Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. And this is going to be part one of a double bill, looking at beers from the Stringers Brewery, which is in Ulverston in Cumbria in England. As you can see, fantastic looking bottles. I'll just talk about these while they're both together. I really like them. It's a really simple design, but it's kind of reminds me of a tracksuit top from a 1970s football team. I think it looks really nice. It's really striking, really bold. A bit of a retro thing going on there. I like their logo. It's this kind of modification of a famous Japanese kind of piece of propaganda, but the guy's holding a pint in the air. Anyway, so the first of the two beers I'm going to be drinking is, put that one away, Stringers IPA. It's a 5.5% IPA. I've had this a few times, so I've got a rough idea what to kind of think about. Obviously, Ulverston, up in Cumbria near the Lake District. The water should be really good around that area. A really lovely part of the country. It says it's brewed quite traditional way. Lots of kind of pale malt, bit of crystal malt, but loads of Amarillo hops. Amarillo have been a bit of a favourite of mine. So let's get this open. Get a glass. Wish I had the branded glassware. I'll have to do with my Brewdog one. It's bottle conditioned beer. As you can see, pouring into the glass. Very nice looking beer. I won't fill it all the way up. Yeah, really nice. Kind of like a really, looks like, from my side, it looks like a really finely polished piece of brass or something like that. Really clear looking beer. It's nice kind of fine bubbles shooting from the base of the glass. But yeah, kind of like a goldish, slightly coppery, bronzy kind of colour. You get the idea. Nice head of kind of fluffy white foam on the top. Just give it a swirl. That's everything I remember. Yeah, I've just had a bottle of my homebrew, and it kind of reminds me of this. My homebrew's Hot Truth, Chinook and Centennial, but this is Amarillo. But the experience really takes me back to my first experiences with Americans from Dumoulin. And that's a big, I guess I'm over-egging that a little bit because I love that beer. But yeah, the Amarillo hop is really evident in there. But with a really nice kind of sweet malt base to it as well. Kind of quite like a candied orange peel in there. And maybe slightly fudgy toffee malt. Yeah, it's a lovely smelling beer. Not a big punchy, resinous beer, as you'd hope. It's only 5.5, an English produced beer, but with an American hop. And I think that's pretty much what it smells like. There's something quite quintessentially English about that smell. Must be the probably grains from like Muntons or Fawcett's up in Castleford, which is near me. They're the grains I use for my homebrew. Anyway, less sniffing, less talking, a bit more drinking. Straight away, one thing that really impressed me then. Took quite a big mouthful. It's such a lovely, refreshing mouthfeel. Just quenches your thirst straight away. I love that. It's not too watery either. A really nice kind of grapefruit bitterness that really opens up. It kind of starts subtle and fresh, and then kind of widens in your mouth. It's quite odd, and becoming slightly more fragrant. Yeah, as it kind of goes up through over your tongue. A bit of lemon peel in there as well. It's a really lovely consistent bitterness. As I said, quite a simple bitterness, which is really nice. And then it falls away at the end. Really nice and clean. And then at the end with a with that like a lemon tea bitterness. There's a bitterness, but as Chad from Chad's Beer Reviews has mentioned in the past, there's kind of like there's a tea quality to some beers, and I think that's definitely there at the end. Bitter, grapefruity, but with a lovely balance of malt in there. Bit of a kind of like a faint bonfire toffee in there. Probably from crystal malt. Probably from a bit of crystal malt. Brings a bit of sharpness, bit of sweetness as well. But super clean finish. Very Moorish. It's probably best I've had it. I've had it 2 times before. Probably not in the best circumstances. Shared one with a friend on a brew day, and then on the first one I think I had after a bit of a long day, and I didn't get the most out of it. But that's really top drawer IPA. That it's not a big bruising American one, but as far as English IPA goes, that's a really good example. I mean, I'd say it is an American IPA. It is more than an English IPA, especially with the kind of the ones where you see badged up as IPA. If you ever come over to England, if you're living overseas, especially in America, if you see IPA and it's 3.5%, it's not what you're used to. But this is getting there. This is along those lines. I'd say an English beer brewed in American style. I think that's fair enough. But I could drink a couple of bottles of that with no worry at all. Retaining its head to the end. A lovely looking beer. Smells, it's kind of opened up a bit more. Slightly herbal, but it's a lovely beer. And that's a lovely beer. You can't do anything wrong with that. I just want to say before I finish, these 2 bottles were given to me by Baron Orm, one of the kind of well-known beer bloggers in the UK. He, you can check him out as you should. He does him and Christopher, who he does his reviews with. They're really good kind of double act, really funny guys. And you can check them out. Their audio ratings and also the kind of brief text ratings. You can check them out at the ormskirkbaron.com. And also make sure you check out Stringers' website. I really want to try some Stringers beers on draft. I know they've been stocking them at the Port Street Beer House in Manchester. Really want to get over and definitely try this one on cask. And you can check them out at www.stringersbeer.co.uk. So yeah, don't forget that. Baron Orm, theormskirkbaron.com, and then stringersbeer.co.uk. So a really nice IPA, really nice English version of an American IPA. Very respectable, 5.5%. So thanks for joining me. I'm Rob from HopZine.com, and I'll see you in part 2 when I'll be drinking this beer. See you later. Cheers.